Where is she? Yes, ma'am.
Hello, Dr. Les Brown, Dr. Stephen Akitayo, Coach Davey. Good evening.
Good
It's
evening.
a great honor to be live here watching you and asking you this personal question, talking to you for the second time. Thank you so much, Dr. Stephen Akitayo, for this opportunity. I have a question which has to do with your story. And I've listened to you more than 100 times. And one of the things I've noticed, which is so unique about you, sir, is the fact that you tell your story over and over and over and over again. And that story has actually been able to help so many people be able to do something with their life. So I want to ask how you are able to do this with your story, because I have a story and sometimes I get tired of sharing my story. And I'm like, these people have heard me, I feel they've heard this story over and over again. Why should I keep sharing it? And I kind of get tired of sharing that story anyway, of how I started, where I am now. And I've seen you over the years. I've watched you more than 100 times. Share the story. So I want to ask, why do you think, number one, sharing the story is really good? And how have you been able to keep up to sharing the story and have been a blessing to people, despite the fact that we've heard the story more than 20 times and it's still a healing to so many lives?
I'm so glad. But before I answer that question, I want to say to Dr. Stevens, Dr. Stevens, Stevie Wonder can see when you married this young lady, you said, the Lord is my shepherd, I see what I want. You married up, my brother. Mm. Now, having said that and got that out of the way, first of all, the story that you're sitting on, someone is waiting on.
Mm.
And there are people who will hear the same story, but they will hear the story when their lives are in a different place. It was like seeing a movie that you've seen several times, but then you see something you didn't see the first time. You hear
Mm.
something you did not hear the first time because your life and what you went through and your growth and the expansiveness of your awareness, you see some stuff, say, whoa, I missed that. So that's one thing. Pardon me. The next thing is tell the story fresh. Now, what I mean by that, there are many speakers because I've been doing this, telling this story for 51 years and I don't get tired. All right. You know why? Because there are people who are hearing it for the first time and people who have heard it for 100 times. And I bring the same emotion, the same energy to the story. So because the information, and this is what helped me to become successful as a speaker and how I train speakers. The majority of speakers, they give information. Information only impacts two areas of the brain. If information could change people, everybody would be skinny, rich, and happy. But when you lead with a story, the story touched the heart. Where your heart is, there your treasure is also. The story touched the heart and ignite the spirit, and it impacts 5 areas of the brain. And so when I tell the story, you tell the story strategically, and this is worth writing down. You never make a point without a story, and you never tell a story without a point. And the reason that so many people who are speaking, they think speaking is just, oh, I can talk. No, no. You have to be coached on how to tell your story strategically so you can transform that audience individually and collectively. I can't see the people I'm talking to. I guarantee you they're laughing and cracking up. Why? Because I've seen it. I've watched audiences. I listen to the listening. And I have this intuitive goal that I help people to develop within themselves how to listen to the audience, not with your ears, but with your heart. because there are audiences inside of each audience.
Mm.
Okay? Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Absolutely, sir.
Yes, and with your presence and charisma, charisma is not something you can acquire. Either you have it or you don't. You got charisma and presence. So let me leave this with all of you. If you did not know in your heart of hearts that you can do what I've done plus more, you would not be listening to me. What's in me? It's in you. Most people, the majority of people on the planet, they are fans. They are spectators, but you are a learner. You in a community with Dr. Stevens, who's a dynamic, visionary leader of integrity that has your best interests at heart, and to expose you to an experience. Oliver Wendell Holmes said that once a man or woman's mind has been expanded with an idea, concept, or experience, it could never be satisfied to going back to where it was. And so I say to you, you have something special. You have greatness in you. And you owe it to us. You owe it to the world. God chose you out of 400 million sperm. You are a masterpiece because you're a piece of the master. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Bye for now.
Come on, everybody, give it to the legendary Les Brown! Come on, everybody. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much. And we'll be back again. Am I correct, my brother?
Right.
All right. Well, listen, send me over your email. I want to send you a video. I just met my birth family, and I want you to send it out to everybody. It's an astonishing. I
Wow.
just laid eyes on my birth mother and father.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm going to send it to you today. I'm going to send it to you today. Send me over your email now, okay?
Do that. Wow.
All right. And then call me after you see it. All right?
I will.
Thank you.
Whoa.
To God be the glory. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye for now.
Thank you. Come on, everybody. Let's clap for Les Brown. I said it's amazing. He has another meeting. I apologize to all of you who we couldn't take your questions. Really love to, but we're gonna have him back again, and hopefully we'll be able to take your questions then. I have an announcement, very important before we all go.